Don't buy the Razer Viper V3 Pro before watching this video, because who knows, you might be able to save some money and find something you like more. Let's go ahead and check them out. Now that seems to be everything inside the box. Very nice and secured packaging. All of the accessories that you will be needing will come with the box. Now first impressions on the mouses. I think they look amazing, but to be honest, this is probably my more favorite variation color. But yeah, of course, can totally be personal preference, but just look at this. But yeah, the gradients also look pretty nice. But yeah, this is called the flame red. This is the gradient purple. But yeah, other than these two, you can also get them in black or white. And also, other than those different colors, we also have different versions. We have a normal S9, S9 Pro, which is this one, and S9 Ultra. And yeah, of course, the S9 Ultra will be the better one over here. It will also be a little bit more expensive compared to the other versions, but I think the extra money you're gonna be putting will be worth it. We're gonna discuss more later about the differences of the different versions, but yeah, they are both made out of plastic, which is very high quality. I like how they feel like. Very, very durable like that. No rattle at all. The coating is also very nice for both variations. I don't think I'll be needing any grips over here, but as you saw from the unboxing, you can always put on those grips if you want. Now moving on to the clicks, here's a little sound test. They sound pretty much the same. I mean, they have both the same switches because this is the Ultra and the Pro. They have the same switches. But if you go for the non-Pro and non-Ultra version, it's gonna have the One U switch 50 million clicks, which I cannot test right now. But of course, if you go for the Pro or the Ultra, it's gonna have better switches. These are the Kill Switch 100 million clicks. They feel very snappy, very minimal post pre-travel. I have no problems with the weight, the lightness of the clicks. Very easy to spam, very minimal post pre-travel, as you can see. Very consistent feeling as well. There is quite some post-travel here though on the, if you click on the very top of the mouse, but like who would click all the way there, right? But yeah, very consistent clicks. I have no problems with them. Now moving on to the scroll wheel, they are also the same. They are kind of on the light side actually, but not too light. I do like the tensioning. Yeah, both are pretty similar. They are rubberized, which I really like. The scroll over here though has that white touch, which I think looks aight. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it does look amazing, but don't you think a more all black scroll wheel would also fit over here? Since, you know, I don't know, but hey, they both look amazing. But yeah, they're also very easy to spam the click. No problems with the scroll wheel tensioning. Everything is amazing. Now for the side buttons, they do have very minimal mush, which I really like. Very minimal post pre-travel as well, but there is a little bit of a post, but not a lot. They're pretty snappy. I do like them. And yeah, pretty much the same. Minimal side wobble. Yeah, no problems with the side buttons. Now moving on to the weight. Now, not gonna lie, I don't think this is the strongest point of these mice or this mouse. Let me just remove these gate protectors. Make sure you do that as well. But yeah, they are apparently 65 grams. Okay, 63.2 over here, lighter than the weight mentioned. 64 grams. Okay, I like that. They are actually lighter than the 65 gram weight mentioned. But yeah, definitely not on the lighter weight side of things. But just still, I have no problems with the weight, and I can definitely see a lot of people preferring that weight. You know, some people, I'm hearing a lot of comments, seeing a lot of comments saying that they prefer to actually have some weight on their mouse because all of these new ones are so light. But okay, now moving on to the shape. They are very similar similar to the Razer Viper V3 Pro. I mean, I think you could already tell the moment you saw this, it is a Razer shape. They're like very, very similar. Credits to Elo Shapes, by the way, for those comparisons. And yeah, I have no problems with these shapes. They are very comfortable with palm, claw, fingertip as well. Pretty much an all-rounder shape over here. But yeah, I do have a kind of palm, actually more on the claw grip, kind of palm type of grip. And I think they are very comfortable. And I also have 18 by 8 centimeter hands. I do find the shape pretty comfortable. But okay, moving on to the performance and the responsiveness. Now this is where the Ultra will have a bit more of an advantage compared to the Pro and the non-Pro. But yeah, the Ultra over here will have a PAW 3950, while the Pro and the non-Pro will have a PAW 3395. The Pro and the Ultra will also have the same master control chip, which is the PixArt AR2862, and I'm guessing that is the better than the chip in the non-Pro and the non-Ultra. The Ultra can also get higher DPI and IPS because of the better sensor. The Ultra will also have 8000 Hz on wired and wireless, while the Pro will also have 8000 Hz on wireless, which I think is more than enough. But yeah, only 1K on wired, while the cheapest variation, the non-Pro and the non-Ultra, will be on 1K wired and 1K wireless. So yeah, if you want the best performance, get the Ultra over here. For the battery, they all pretty much have the same 500 milliampere hours, but yeah, very responsive and high-end specs for the Ultra and the Pro. But the non-Pro and the non-Ultra version, the S9 only, is still pretty decent if you're satisfied with the 1K Hz polling rate. I don't think that's a bad option, especially if you're on a budget. But yeah, again, if you really want to try hard, best performance, go for the Ultra. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and plug these mice in. But okay, I have the mouse or the dongle plugged in and the mouse turned on over here for the 2.4 GHz. And I also have the website over here where you can buy it. First link in the description. If you scroll up, go to support driver download. Find the mouse, download the one for the S9, S9 Pro, or Ultra if you have this. And if not, can get this one. Run the installer, and after that you'll be greeted with the website, or the software I meant, sorry. So you'll probably be at home first. After that you'll see the buttons. You can customize, change the mouse functions, very customizable. We can set different profiles, import export, add some key debounce times, and after that we can change the DPI. We have intervals of 50. Yeah, you can also set different steps because under the mouse there is a DPI button. You can also change the report rate or the polling rate. We have mine on 8K Hertz. You can set different macros and configurations, mouse movement speed, and the enhanced pointer precision. Make sure that this is unchecked and then just leave this be. You should have yours on default, which is here. You can also change the scroll speed, double click speed, but yeah, I didn't really change anything on the right over here. But yeah, you can also change different lift-off distance. You can go down to slow 0.7 for the Ultra at least. You know what, let's also plug in the Pro to see. Yeah, for the Pro, the lowest you can go is 1mm. But yeah, we also have ripple, angle snap, motion sync. I turned the glass mode on because I'm guessing because I'm using a glass pad, but yeah, I haven't really seen this much in other mouse softwares, glass mode. But yeah, as you can see over here, if you're using glass, make sure to turn that on. You can also choose different sensor modes. I chose gaming, but yeah, if you're gonna work, you can probably choose office, which will save some battery, change the sleep time, and restore the factory settings. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the software. You can also see the battery life, which connection you're in. I have mine on the latest firmware, I am pretty sure. You can change language, all these different stuffs. But yeah, I don't really have any problems with the software. Now let's go ahead and test this mouse in the polling rate tester app. That is very consistent. 8000 Hz polling rate, even goes above 8000 Hz. But yeah, I think that is enough. I have no problems with the polling rate, very consistent 8000 Hz. Pretty accurate for the Pro as well over here on wireless 8K Hertz. But yeah, now let's go ahead and test this out more in game.
Going back. They're going A. One here, one close. No, near.
It's you and me.
Pero may isa dito.
Bad luck.
Stairs isa. There's a backside.
Portal closed.
One enemy remaining.
Backside. Block it.
My ult's ready.
Nice. Make sure.
Idiot.
You had your fun. My turn.
Go, two. Hindi na to. So after playing and testing with the EWEADN S9, or to be specific, the S9 Ultra and the S9 Pro, or to be specific, I mainly gamed with the Ultra because, you know, it has better specs, but you're pretty much the same. But yeah, after gaming and playing with them, here's my experience so far. Now, as you saw from the gameplay, it didn't hold me back when I was gaming, even though it's not so lightweight. After playing a few games with them, I got used to them pretty easily, and especially if you prefer that weight range, then you'll be able to use this even more better than me, because again, you do prefer that weight. But yeah, it was very responsive. Aiming with it felt amazing. The clicks, shooting with it was nice. Tracking with it was also amazing. I mean, 8000 Hz polling rate. Flicking, micro adjusting, no problems with it. I also had no problems with the default skates on my glass pad. It was just an overall amazing experience gaming with this mouse. I also didn't use any grips because it was grippy enough. I really like the coating, and not just the feel, but the looks. Like, again, amazing looking mouse over here. The colorway actually does remind me a bit of the Sentinels X Razer, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the Sentinels edition of the Razer Viper V3 Pro, because it's pretty much the same colors over here, or very close. But of course, with this one, the EWEADN S9, you don't have to worry about that crazy price. And you know what? It's actually not that far off. 54 grams for the Razer Viper V3 Pro. The weight isn't actually that far off. But yeah, I had an amazing experience with the EWEADN S9 Ultra over here. I didn't experience any issues. It worked like a perfect gaming mouse. So, would I recommend it? Now again, as I mentioned earlier, you don't have to worry about the crazy price because you can get the S9 for as low as $39.9. Definitely much cheaper than the Razer Viper V3 Pro. And I think it's even cheaper right now because there's a sale going on. So normally it would be $49.9, but yeah, $39.9. That is the S9 though, which is the cheapest variation. But if you want better performance, you can get the S9 Pro. This is the Pro over here. But yeah, for as low as $49.9. So yeah, just add an extra 10 and it will be much better. So yeah, I really recommend you to upgrade to that if you're planning to get the S9, you know, get the plus $10 only. You're gonna get that 8000 Hz polling rate, a better chip, and a better switch. But hey, if you really have that extra budget, and I think it is still on a budget range, just get the Ultra one over here. You're gonna add another extra 10, which will be around $59.9, which I think for the specs, for the stuffs you're getting over here, very worth it. But take note though, if you want the gradient purple or the flame red over here, which I think is two of the best colors, you're gonna have to add an extra $5. So yeah, this specific variation I got over here on the Ultra is around $64.9. I mean, if you have that extra 5, look at how much more beautiful this is than a black or a white. But again, I think both of those look clean as well though, and it can totally be personal preference. But yeah, I just really like this color over here. But yeah, as I said, I think they are worth it. I would recommend them. It will be first link in the description if you're interested, and those will also be my affiliate links, so please use those if you're planning to buy anything from EWEADN or these two mice or any of the mice. It would really support me and the channel a lot. And also a little disclaimer, these mouses are sent to me by EWEADN, but that won't change my review. Everything that I've said about these mice are all my honest opinions and review. But yeah, I'll go and see you guys in the next one. I pray and hope that this video helped you in some way. Don't forget to stay grateful and remember, Jesus loves you. Bye bye.